Plant growth and development. Growth is irreversible, permanent increase in size. This increase in size could be of group of cells, an individual cell, or an individual cell system. This growth is measurable in terms of length, area, volume, number of cells, and increase in fresh or dry weight. The plant growth is said to be indeterminate because plants have meristematic tissues at shoot and root apex. Thus, plants have tendency that they can grow throughout their life cycle, or they can grow throughout the whole life. That's why it is believed that the plant growth is indeterminate. Various phases of plant growth. Various phases of plant growth are meristematic growth, elongation, and maturation. Meristematic growth, as you can see in the diagram, meristematic tissues are usually found in root or shoot apex, and how cambium is formed, how it divides, and further it generates new cells which leads to growth of the plant. Elongation, you can see in the diagram, just adjacent to the meristematic tissue is the region of elongation, which leads to increase or elongation of the plant body, and then is maturation. After elongation, the cells are designated to perform a specific function, and hence it leads to their maturation. After maturation, they die. They cannot again regenerate new cells. Growth rates. The increase in growth per unit time is known as growth rate. You can see in the diagram there are two types of growth rates, arithmetic and geometric. The darker block shows us the cells, which you can see there are two blocks, darker and lighter. One which shows the cells which have the ability to divide, other the cells which do not have the ability to divide. You can see how arithmetic growth rate is taking place and how geometric. And in the third diagram you can see from zygote how plant grows, taking both arithmetic as well as geometric growth rates. These growth rates, when we talk of arithmetic, you can see the graph, a linear graph is observed, and which is denoted by the equation LT is equal to L naught plus RT. Here LT is length at the given time and L naught is length when the time is 0. In geometric growth rate, the graph you can see is sigmoid shape. Here first is lag phase, then comes the exponential phase, and then comes the stationary phase. The growth is slow in initial lag phase, it increases in exponential phase, and again it stops at stationary phase. It is given by the equation Wt is equal to W naught e raised to the power RT. Wt is the weight at the given time t, and W naught is the weight when time is equal to 0. These growth rates, they can also be measured quantitatively, and when we measure total growth per unit time, it is known as absolute growth rate, and when we measure growth of a given system per unit time, it is known as relative growth rate. Conditions for growth. Plants require water, carbon dioxide, oxygen, nutrients, optimum temperature, and certain environmental conditions to grow in the proper manner. Certain environmental signals occur which tells us whether plant will be able to grow properly or it won't be able to. those parameters which determines the growth of plant are also known as conditions for growth of the plant.